China issues dire warning to the United States and NATO. Everyone, Johnny here, don't speak news. Well, we'll just get into it like we always do. Well, we know that Russia has said many times, they're on record many times over the last couple of years in particular, in the last few months in particular, that nuclear war is a possibility with NATO and the United States if it continues to escalate in Ukraine. And it appears that it will, and it is. But now China has come out and issued a dire warning to the United States and NATO, not necessarily a nuclear one, but they say that they're ready to intervene militarily anywhere if the United States or NATO decides to attack Russia. Now, this blunt public statements is kind of out of character for the nation of China. For its entire history, China has always spoken with words like peace, negotiation, diplomacy, so on. Almost never has China spoken of war or declared its intent to actually wage it so bluntly, ever. So, like Hal Turner says, you have to ask yourself, what do they know is coming? Well, you know that the people on top know that it's almost time for war, or they wouldn't be saying stuff like this. The fact that China's Ministry of Defense used this type of language is an indication to me personally and to many others, me included, that China perceives or knows that something imminent is about to take place regarding a US NATO attack upon Russia. Yes, indeed. It seems to many longtime observers that China would never have spoken this way unless they believe such a situation is imminent, and I agree. As you read this, news came out this morning that all of Europe is now $61 billion in the hole over the weapons and assistance it's given to Ukraine during the conflict with Russia. Yes, Germany is in absolute turmoil with their economy right now. It's also come out that since the beginning of the Russian special military operation inside Ukraine, the Russians have been able to increase military production 15 times over what's previously been. That is 7 times of that of all of Europe and the US combined. Yes, they've destroyed all the industrial capabilities in Europe and the US. Everywhere on the planet, voices are rising, finally, and admitting Ukraine cannot win against Russia, and people who think otherwise must be out of their minds. Here's a voice here, if you want to listen to it, from the German parliament, asking that very question, have you all lost your minds? Yeah, China felt compelled to say they would intervene militarily anywhere if the US and US and NATO attack Russia. The world seems headed into a gigantic suicidal World War III, and China made clear with whom they will stand. Yes, they have, and they always really have anyway. It was never going to be with us, the US. So all the battle lines are forming up, guys, including in the Middle East. But now they're having some trouble over there, Israel is, with the United States, as Israel has accused the Biden administration of attempting to topple Netanyahu. So this is after the latest U.S. intelligence assessment. A very senior Israeli official retaliated on Tuesday against the U.S. intelligence assessment that was released overnight and raised concerns about Prime Minister Netanyahu's government, how they were handling the war against Hamas in Gaza, and suggesting the government's survival may be in jeopardy. The official read the intelligence assessment as an attempt to remove Netanyahu from office and declared, those who elect the Prime Minister of Israel are the citizens of Israel and no one else. Israel is not a protectorate of the U.S., but an independent and democratic country whose citizens are the ones who elect the government. We expect our friends to act to overthrow the terror regime of Hamas and not the elected government in Israel. At the same time, Schumer also stabs Israel in the back with disgraceful remarks. That's what they're saying here. Senator Schumer said that the elected government led by Netanyahu no longer fits the needs of Israel. He called the government an obstacle to peace and demanded new elections. He threatened that if the Netanyahu-led coalition remains in power, then the United States will have no choice but to play a more active role in shaping Israeli policy by using our leverage to change the present course. And there you go. And that's probably the first time I've ever heard a U.S. senator, powerful U.S. senator, come out, and a friend of Israel, no less, come out and say these things. And just say, hey, this has to stop or else we're going to cut you off. That's kind of unprecedented, if you ask me. But nonetheless, Israel is committing all these atrocities and basically genocide in Gaza because of what it says in Zechariah 12. Zechariah 12, verses 2 and 3. Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege both against Judah and against Jerusalem. And in that day I will make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, so all the people of the earth be gathered together against it. And as you can see, even the United States now is starting to turn against it. This is God predicted. But they will mourn for him whom they have pierced. Zechariah 12:10, when Jesus Christ returns. So there will be a remnant of Israelis that will be saved. And they will be forgiven and brought back into the fold. So that's why all this stuff is happening, guys. Armageddon is forming up rather quickly. And then, of course, the United States is also slated for destruction. So Putin gave a speech yesterday, too, after his election or re-election, whatever you'd like to call it. Of course, he doesn't allow anyone else to run against him, really. So, of course, he's going to get a landslide victory. But one of the things he said in his victory speech today was on the possibility of a conflict between Russia and NATO. He said everything is possible in the modern world and that Russia must be more powerful and effective. I'll just leave it at that. The rest is just kind of propaganda, as it always is. No matter who gives a political speech, it's always about propaganda. But Ukraine has now started massively targeting random settlements in Russian territory, as you've probably heard over the weekend. Ukrainians are firing randomly at civilians in Belgorod. Several victims today, including a man near his car in the video, and a 16-year-old girl this morning. This is definitely an escalation by NATO, who are now also targeting oil rigs deep inside Russian territory. So it's just a matter of time before Russia responds militarily to Europe and the United States both. And China too, as I just showed you. Tensions are also rising in Moldova, where the separate Russian Republic of Transnistria is located. So Ukrainian-backed Moldovan forces have attacked a military base in the pro-Russian breakaway Moldovan region of Transnistria with a kamikaze drone, destroying one helicopter. So they're trying to escalate the war all over the place. And there are rumors circulating that the King George, has passed away unexpectedly yesterday afternoon. They have turned their Twitter account to black, or their X account, whatever it's called now. So I'll keep my eyes on that, but I have not seen confirmation of that as of yet, but we may get it soon. And that is it for now, guys. I'll keep my eyes on all this stuff as always, but wow, there's quite a bit to keep our eyes on. I'm just trying to highlight some of the more important things for you, because if I tried to do it all, it would just be impossible, and we just keep constantly doing updates. So I will be doing more updates this week. I'm feeling much, much better health-wise. Praise God for that. Last weekend, I took the weekend off. Imagine that. I took the weekend off for both study, praise and worship, and spend some time with my wife for a change. And it was really, really nice. So Johnny actually took some time away. Amazing, huh? Anyway, I'll be doing a little bit more of that, I think, in the near future, as I'm doing my own praying up and prepping up as everything gets closer here to the end of this age. And that's it for now, guys. Don't forget, don'tspeaknews.com, home base for everything that we do. In case you're not watching the video here, this is where you can find us. In case YouTube goes down, or BitChute, Rumble, all that goes down. And of course, they might take the website down too, but in the meantime, it's still here, and it's home base for everything that we do. To find us on YouTube, BitChute, and Rumble, click this tab here. And all the links to find us in all our different locations are listed right here. And then we also have channel support if you'd like to support us. And I want to thank everyone who has supported through the mail and through all the different links that are listed here. Thank you so much. Without you guys, we definitely wouldn't stick around. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel or to the website, click subscribe, contact Johnny right here. And then here are the two emails if you want to send me an email with some links or what have you. You know, if you've got a story to tell. And if you'd like updates, every time I put up a new post or video, type in your email here, click subscribe, and then you'll get an email notification every time there's something new. So there you go. All that and more right here at don'tspeaknews.com. And that's it for now. God bless. Take care. Johnny Storm, Don't Speak News.